It started like 3.5 years ago when I was playing in two other metal bands, but I wanted to do something on my own because in those bands I didn't get the chance to make any songs. I was just like a player. So I started this own project called Nightwish, which at first was an acoustic project, making acoustic mood music without any metal elements, and that's how it all started. Our first demo was like 3 songs, this acoustic style, but we realized that Tarja's voice was so strong that the contrast between the vocals and the music was too strong. It sounded like a real weird, with only acoustic guitar and then a very strong female voice. So because all the guys of the band, we had a metal background, it was an easy process to step into metal, which we already knew. So that's why our second demo was already like a gothic metal style. Actually, our second demo was called Angels Fall First, which also became our debut album. I think the biggest band for me at the moment was the Norwegian band Third and the Mortal, and when I listened to their albums I wanted to make something a little similar, like a very atmospheric mood music. But when we changed our style in metal, I think my biggest influences were like these traditional power metal bands like Stratovarius, Halloween, and so on. Actually, I don't listen to classical music at all. Everybody thinks that I'm like a classical music fan, but I'm not. As a songwriter, I draw the most of my influence from film music and movie soundtracks. That's my real passion, and I consider our music and each of my songs being like a small soundtrack, in a way. And of course, I also listen to a lot of metal from the all different styles, from black metal, gothic metal, power metal, everything. I would say that I think it's one of the best in the whole world. Like, if you think how small country Finland is, we have so many great metal bands like Sonata Arctica, Children of Bodom, Stratovarius, Amorphis, Sentenced. The list goes on forever. And I also think that a good point in the Finnish metal scene is that everyone has like their own thing. Like I don't think that many bands are copying anything, but each of us like has its own sound and its own thing. I think I'm too young for Hanoi Rocks because I was so young when they were, big in Finland and in the world that I don't draw any influence from them. No, Stratovarius is more like the influence for us. The biggest one only I like Sepultura and Angra. She's studying professionally singing in a Finnish music university. She just started her 4th year there, so she has a kind of training. But she doesn't sing in Nightwish in the same way that she sings in classical music. So she has like developed her very own style for Nightwish. And when she started the whole thing, she had never like listened to metal before, or didn't even like heavy metal music. So this was a whole new world for her, and it's also been like a learning process for all of us. And when we found out that we get the chance to come to South America, it was like, whoa, what? Really, I couldn't believe it. And I think I still can't believe it, but it's just so great. It feels so amazing. 3 years ago we were nothing and just doing some music for our own fun, and now we are like here playing in Brazil for so many people who seem to like us. And so it's so fantastic feeling. We're going to play in Wacken Open Air and one big festival in Belgium right after this tour. And then we're going to make another tour in Finland in September. And our headliner European tour starts in October with a Synergy.